The Mic Mini 2 earned its reputation on one promise: pro-grade audio that disappears onto your collar without weighing you down. Tiny, magnetic, dressed in colors you'd actually want to wear on camera. But DJI took that same pocket-sized body and asked a harder question. What if this mic could survive a live event with no backup plan, no drop signal, and no blown-out audio, all on its own? That question is their new mic release. They just dropped the Mic Mini 2S, and it's landing right next to a mic that already built a name for itself. So today we're doing a quick comparison before you decide which one actually belongs on your shoot. Let's start with what they share, because it matters. Both mics keep that same tiny, square transmitter DJ I built its name on. The Mini 2 sits at around 11 grams. The 2S adds just a gram to reach 12. You're not going to feel that difference clipped to a shirt. Same rotatable magnetic clip, too, so whether you're mounting it upright, sideways, or flipped for a low collar, the capsule still faces the sound source the way it's supposed to. That part of the design, DJI didn't touch. And they didn't need to, it already worked. Range and stamina carried over too, at least on paper. Both mics reach out to 400 meters with their standard receiver, and both give you around 11.5 hours on a single transmitter charge, with the case pushing total battery life up toward 48 hours. So if you're wondering whether the 2S traded away reliability to make room for everything new it's packing, it didn't. It just built on top of it. Where the story splits is inside the transmitter itself. The Mic Mini 2 sends its audio out and depends on your camera or your phone to catch it. That's the whole job. Capture, transmit, done. The Mic Mini 2S does something the Mini 2 simply can't. It records internally, in 32-bit float. For anyone who's ever ridden gain levels during an interview, praying nobody suddenly raises their voice, that spec is the one that removes the prayer. A 32-bit float file has so much dynamic headroom baked in that a whisper and a shout can both live on the same recording without either one clipping or vanishing into the noise floor. You fix it after the fact, in post, instead of guessing correctly in the moment. And DJI backed that recording mode with somewhere to put it. Each Mic Mini 2S transmitter carries 14.5 gigabytes of onboard storage. Enough for roughly 22 hours in 32-bit float, or 28 hours if you drop to standard recording. So even if your receiver loses the signal for a second, even if you're 3 rooms away from your camera, the mic itself is quietly holding a full, uncompressed backup the entire time. The Mini 2 has no equivalent, no internal storage at all. It was never meant to work that way. And for a lot of shooters, it never needed to. DJI also rebuilt how fast that audio gets off the mic. The Mini 2S charging case pulls files over at up to 34 megabytes per second, close to double what earlier generations managed. When you've recorded hours of backup audio across multiple transmitters, that transfer speed stops being a nice to have and starts being the difference between an editor who's ready to cut and one who's still waiting on a progress bar. Then there's scale. The Mini 2 pairs 2 transmitters to a receiver, plenty for a one-on-one interview or a couple filming together. The Mini 2S pushes that to 4 transmitters on a single receiver. Bring in a panel, a group podcast, a 4-person roundtable, and the 2S just keeps up without you reaching for a second system. That's a real production capability, not a spec sheet number nobody uses. One thing worth flagging before you assume more is better across the board. That 400-meter range holds for the Mini 2S only when you're pairing it with its larger receiver. Switch to the compact mobile receiver, the one that plugs straight into a phone, and that range steps down to somewhere between 200 and 300 meters. It's not a flaw. It's just a trade-off tied to which receiver you grab, and it's the kind of detail that matters the moment you're filming somewhere with real distance between you and the camera. Noise handling grew up too. The Mini 2 gives you 2 tiers. Basic for a quiet room, intense for a loud street. And that's genuinely enough for most everyday shooting. The Mini 2S layers in AI-driven suppression instead, trained to separate a human voice from the mess around it, rather than just turning background noise down across the board. It's a more intelligent filter, built for the unpredictable environments the 2S is designed to survive. So here's how it actually breaks down. If your shoots are solo, casual, and forgiving, a coffee shop vlog, a quick product review, a walk and talk, the Mic Mini 2 still does the job, and does it while costing you less. But if you're stepping into documentary work, live events, or any interview where a blown-out take isn't an option, the Mic Mini 2S isn't really competing with the Mini 2 anymore. It's competing with the idea of ever losing a take again. And once you've recorded with that kind of insurance built into a mic this small, it's hard to imagine going back to hoping your gain staging held up. That was all. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments which one you are preferring. And if you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more videos.